Initiative against transnational organized crime has reported that police and military weapons smuggled from Namibia are supplying gangs in South Africa's Western Cape. Now joining us in studio are Police Inspector General Lieutenant General Joseph Shikongo and Brigadier General Fillimon Shafashike, Chief of Staff for Policy and Plans in the Namibian Defence Force. Thank you very much for joining us on the news this evening.
Thank you. Good evening.
Lieutenant General, let me start with you. There are these widespread reports that arms from Namibia are being smuggled to gangs on South Africa's Western Cape province. What exactly are your views on such reports?
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, Namibians. Yes, the report, actually, we got the report, and that's from News 24. Indeed, they are saying it came through global initiatives, and this is a kind of a research. Yes, I should indicate that so far weapons referred to, such as AK-47, so I should indicate that Namibian police has not lost any of the AK-47s that we are having in our disposal. However, I should indicate in 2021 November, there was a report, the report of missing firearms, and indeed I can confirm that yes, those firearms were reported missing. They were initially 96, but then from there they went down to 83 after we conducted a verification at the central depot. So a criminal case eventually was opened, and that resulted in arrest of 6 suspects. And these 6 suspects, they are all, in fact, there were 8 suspects, and they are all working for the Namibian police force. 6 of them being police officers, and then 8 of them are civilians that are working at the same facility. And the criminal case has been since opened, and obviously the investigation is progressing very well.
Right. Now, do authorities currently have an indication of how extensive this smuggling network may be?
The smuggling of weapons in South Africa, be it police firearms, or be it firearms from other sectors of our society, is a concern. Because obviously that would be translated as a transnational organized crime. And we are working closely with our counterparts in South Africa to ensure that we deal with the matter in terms of our law enforcement setup.
Lieutenant General, what would your response to concerns that Namibia is becoming a transit hub for organized crime in Southern Africa?
If we look at it, perhaps we look into that specific area of firearms. But I think in Southern Africa, Namibia is relatively peaceful. And I think in terms of our crime, yes, we have crimes that are committed in Namibia, but I think the law enforcement in our country is doing the best it can to ensure that it protects the citizen, it protects its people, it protects lives and property for the past 2 years.
Right. Now, Lieutenant General, still sticking to the transit hub and my previous question, how closely are Namibian law enforcement authorities and the SAPS coordinating to tackle this suspected network? Also looking at what progress has been made since the start of your investigations.
Our collaboration with South African National Police Service, even at the level of National Commission, the Police Inspector General, we communicate with my counterparty, General Fanny Masemora. We speak very frequently, and also our border commanders are communicating. Our commissioners responsible for investigation, for crime, are also in contact from time to time. I can even just give you an example of last week, or probably this week, where we arrested, through the collaboration of South African Police Service, we arrested somebody, a suspect, who fled from Windhoek in a fraud case involving about over 200 millions. So, and it is that through that collaboration. And we have also an agreement that we co-chair, myself and then the Inspector General of Namibia, and South African National Commission. We are collaborating very well. And in terms of investigation, we even send a team in recent time to go to South Africa to join South African National Service or Police Service to conduct further investigation in this very matter.
Right.
And again, we have also submitted the what we call the mutual legal assistance on criminal matters through the Ministry of Justice to the Republic of South Africa.
Right. Brigadier General Shafashike, perhaps I can also bring you in at this particular juncture. Yes. Looking at collaboration with your South African counterparts, I mean, considering the significance of this issue and this matter, to what extent are you collaborating with your counterparts in South Africa?
Yeah, first of all, good evening, viewers. First of all, I have also to indicate that as a Namibian Defence Force, we have not had a case where we have lost some rifles at this point in time. And we have strict measures of controlling our rifles. And we have never received a report that during the period that this report was received, we have lost some rifles. With regard to the collaboration between our defense forces, the two defense forces, of course, there is a cordial relationship between our Chief of the Defense Force and the Chief of the Defense Force of the South African National Defense Force. They are communicating on the daily basis on issues to do with security and defense. However, in this case where weapons have been lost, this is a mere police case. And therefore, the national police, both from Namibia and South Africa, are collaborating on this issue. Although, us at the military, in the Namibian Defense Force, we are working closely with the police to assist them in making sure that this information that have been brought forth, either they are confirmed or not confirmed. So, but what I can reassure is that we have a good and cordial relationship between the Namibian Defense Force and South African Defense Force in terms of either exercises, but as I indicated that in these particular issues where perhaps weapons have get out of a military premises, it becomes a police case.
Brigadier General, what safeguards are in place to protect the current stockpiles or military stockpiles? And has it been ascertained how these may have been bypassed, if at all?
Yeah, within the military setup, we have clear standard operating procedures on how weapons are being handled, all kinds of weapons. In this case, the weapons that I've been referring here is AK weapons, which is personal rifles, and each weapon is issued against a person name. We have a register, a clear process on how to draw weapons from the weapon store and how to return such weapons to the weapon store. So there's no way that an individual soldier can go to the weapon store and draw a weapon without the presence of his or her superior and without the presence of the storeman. And there's a register that this person have to sign out that weapon out of that weapon store and return it as well, so against his or her name.
Right. Lieutenant General, the same question to you also. What would you say are the safeguards or protocols that have been put in place to protect the current police stockpiles? And essentially also looking at, have any of these been bypassed?
Yes, in our structure, we have depots where our weapons are kept. Despite, as I said, by 2021 November, there was such a report. And I think since that report, the system, the record of our organization has been improved to ensuring that any movement of weapons are handled. You have some cases where at the police station, where of course we got also trunks and where weapons are kept, and every police officer reporting on duty have to sign the weapon out, and weapon out and weapon in. I think those are some of the control mechanisms that are in place. As we said, referred to these cases, there are people that have been, 8 suspects have been arrested. And these are the people that are working directly with these weapons. Could it not be that these are the people, these weapons would have not been gone out of the depot. So we have a system in place or procedures in place how to handle with different types of arms.
Before we do let you go, reports are that, excuse me, reports are that trucking companies are also implicated, according to the report. How many of these have been identified, and are they under investigation?
Well, because of the nature of this report, So I will not be able to reveal any name or come up with a name of any company, but definitely that report we take it very seriously. We have not taken it lightly, so we will try by all possible means to ensure that we conduct our investigation regarding the trucks or the trucking companies that are working with the syndicate in South Africa. And we are also appealing to the public or to anybody who is having more information to collaborate with the law enforcement to ensure that those people are brought to book or they are arrested.
Lieutenant General Shikongo, thank you very much. That's all the time that we have. Brigadier General Shafashike, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very
It's
much.
our pleasure. Thank you so
very
much. And good night.
Well, that was a discussion on the global initiative against transnational organized crime, which had reported that police and military weapons were smuggled from Namibia, are being supplied to South African gangs in the Western Cape. So for those comments there, we had Lieutenant General Joseph Shikongo, as well as Brigadier General Fillimon Shafashike. Well,